Good morning, my fellow pilgrims. Today, day off at León. I show you a little round, but don't expect too much from me. I'm not the guy for historical facts. Now, somebody asked me about the view out of my window. And I know exactly why this guy asked that. But anyway, let's see. Now, this is my view. But we should not forget, we are in the middle of the old town. There's only two options. Either you watch this or you watch at another house. It's like that, you know, but I think they made it really clever, because with this yellow thing here, it's like the sun is shining in your room. I think it's clever. And now I'll show you how it is like getting out of this house. How it is located, where it is located. In other places, this hostel would have been called Design Hotel, and you would pay a bunch of money for that. So, if you come to León, Hostel Albany, single bedroom, 35 euros. It's amazing. And that was all with advertising. Now, this is the Cathedral of León. I will not show you the inside, because, I don't know, for me, churches are special places. I don't feel like taking pictures or videos inside. I never did, and I won't do it now. But anyway, I don't judge anybody who does. It's just me. I'm a little weird. This is, by the way, Casa Botines, Gaudi Museum, or Gaudi. Anyway, along the Camino Francès, there's 4 major cities. Let's say Pamplona, 200,000 inhabitants. Burgos, 175,000. León, 125,000. And Santiago with slightly 100,000. Whereas Santiago has a special place. Well, I think of all these cities, León is the one I love most. I think Pamplona is overhyped. And with all those young party people roaming the streets at night, got a cheap feeling. Burgos, I don't know. It's not that I don't like Burgos, but for me, I don't feel well at this place. It's kind of a, don't know, strange vibe. Bad juju. I can't explain. And León, it's amazing. It's the perfect size. The old town, full of bars and restaurants without being cheap. Cheap in a sense of, you know, cheapness. And yeah, it's amazing. I love this place. And yeah, about Santiago, we don't have to talk. Normally there's a big fountain. I don't know why it's not working. Maybe because of Corona. But even in normal times it's funny. You know, in Spain between 1 and 5 there is siesta. And in this time they even shut down the fountains. Even they have to have a break. Too hot. It's funny. By the way, background noise is the lawnmower. I tried to tell him to shut it down, but he didn't want to. Anyway, in this area of Spain, and León in particular, when you buy a drink at the bar, you always get tapas. Let's say bread with jamón, queso, or tortilla, whatever. And yeah, you don't have to order it. You don't have to ask for it, you don't have to pay for it, it's included. You buy a drink, you get tapas. Now, there are several stories about the how this developed. One says that King Alfonso X once was sick and was forced to eat small things and drink wine between dinner and lunch because he was sick, and yeah, and after he was fine again, he made it a law that whenever people buy a drink they have to be served something to eat. Another thing says that in medieval times they put a plate over the glass, a tapa, so that nasty insects can't fall into the drink, and they put olives on the plate so that the plate doesn't get blown away by the wind. Blah. And out of olives, you know, bread, jamón, tortilla during time. But now, not yesterday, 2 days ago at the albergue, I met a Spanish guy and he told me another story that in medieval times Spanish people were so poor that they couldn't afford to buy enough to eat. So when they went to a bar, medieval times, I don't know how they call it, they preferred to drink and get drunk instead of eating. And the king made it a law that the bars were forced to serve, for every drink, to serve something to eat, so that the people get something in their stomach and not only get drunk. I don't know. None of that story is historically proved, but I think I like the last one best. By the way, yesterday the old town was so amazingly crowded. Okay, it was Sunday, the sun was shining, but anyway, and yeah, the only difference was while walking the streets, people are wearing a mask. And that's it. Apart from that, complete normal life. So don't be afraid to walk the Camino. You're safe. Raking the Zen garden. Next level. Now, in many, let's say, important Spanish cities, you will find the so-called paradores. I'm sitting in front of one of them. And paradores are former, let's say, huge convents or king's palaces, whatever. And they turned them into 5-star hotels. And one parador is also at Santiago. And especially this one, this is the place that you also can see in the movie The Way. That's where they stayed for a night. And yeah, year before Corona, I booked one night at the Parador at Santiago. It was fucking expensive, but it was worth every single cent. And all I can tell you, if you can afford it, go for it. Do not think about what you could buy with all that money. Do it, book a room. It's the perfect finish for a perfect Camino. And still 2 weeks to go, but I'm already looking forward to it. I'm so excited. Cerveza, tapas. Now, I know I didn't tell you much about León itself, or maybe nothing at all, but that wasn't my intention. Go figure it out yourself. I just wanted you to get a feeling of this beautiful city. I think if there's one place to have a day off along the entire Camino, it's León. Anyway, tomorrow, what we do tomorrow? We walk to Hospital de Órbigo, somewhat 35 or more kilometers. Will be a long day, and this time I'll stay at an albergue with other people. I'm so excited. And yeah, so far, see you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned. Buen Camino.